Hi, my name is Paul.
Hi, my name is Catherine, and this is episode 2 of 19 Lessons from 19 Years.
Wow, 13 years again.
Hey, babe, we need to talk.
Oh my goodness. These are those phrases we keep running away from. I tell you, that phrase, for the majority of the time, is not a phrase that a husband wants to hear from his wife. Or even in any relationship. We need to talk. It starts creating things within you. You start, your heart starts beating. You start going through your mind. Now, what did I do this time? Okay, did I leave something out? Okay, what did I do? Or what haven't I done? Yeah, those are the kind of thoughts you will go through your mind for most men. I don't know about women. Do you think those things?
No, we just say we need to talk when it's time to talk. But the thing is, we've learned over the years that we need to actively pick and very intentionally pick the seasons and the times that we have conversations, especially the DMCs, the deep, meaningful conversations, because then it has to be at a time when both of us are actively engaged, when both of us are fully present and ready to deal with whatever the deep, meaningful conversation is about.
Yeah. Now you see, like now, I just thought I was just busy thinking about something else instead of what is my wife saying. But that's what happens. I mean, in real life, when you're sitting needing to have a deep, meaningful conversation with your wife or with whoever it is, that's what ends up happening. You end up thinking about what they're saying, not actively listening to what they need to say. So you actually need to actively listen to what the person is saying to you so that you can actually respond to what it is that they're telling you, and not you're forming an opinion and then you have an answer ready to be said. You know, like, so now we needed to change the tires. You're busy thinking, so you should have not changed you should have already bought new tires, as I told you. But really, the problem is tires are needed, so policy. You know, things like that. So we came up with ways of trying to change that around so that you may have actual good conversation with one another.
And you see, the point is to understand what the other person is saying, so that when we're actively listening to them, we want to understand what they are saying and what their point of view is and what they are feeling and what is going on for them, and not just listening so that I can give an answer. And again, over the years, we found that if we make time for daily connection or even weekly connection, but regular connection time, one with another, then we don't keep things in a safe somewhere, and then one day we have this one big conversation which starts with, we need to talk. So making time for daily connection or weekly connection, date nights or date breakfast or just time when the two of you can connect is actually really important, so that you're in tune with each other and you're in tune with what's going on in each other's lives. And there isn't one time when you have this big blowout of we need to talk. The blowouts come, for sure they'll come, because there will be times when we need to talk. But if you make time for daily connection, then it makes that process a bit easier.
Yeah. So creating a safe space for that conversation to happen is very critical. You know, I was remembering a guy called Paul, and he was writing to this group of guys in a place called Colossians or something like that, and just, you know, those random places you don't even know about. But anyway, he was writing to these guys and he was telling them that that you should let your conversations be gracious. They should always be gracious and attractive. You know, I mean, how do you make a conversation attractive? That normally happens when when you're talking nicely to the other one. But also in just normal conversations, when you make your conversations attractive, so that you always create the right response in everyone. So this guy Paul, I mean, he's my hero, but he says interesting things, and so I found that having conversations with my wife, creating a safe space, you know, saying things like, is it okay to speak now if we need to have a conversation about something, so that I'm not in the middle of when I'm falling asleep, my wife is trying to tell me, we need to talk. Or I'm going round and around about as a guy, as guys, one track mind like a railway. We are negotiating the roundabout and she's telling me something very deep. I will not remember round that roundabout. Nitakuwa nimesahau. Just choosing such appropriate times to have conversation. Yeah. What do you think?
Yeah, so really it's about seeking to understand the other person, not just formulating an answer. It's about making time for connection on a regular. Daily would be awesome. Weekly is good as well. Even every 2 weeks. But the point is, be very intentional about making time for connection. It's about finding time when both of you can be present and engaged in the conversation, not when some people are falling asleep and I'm trying to tell them deep, meaningful things, or they're navigating roundabouts or just whatever it is they're doing. But finding a time that both of you can be actively engaged. And yes, making conversation safe. So it's not about accusations.
Yes.
It's more about understanding and reconciliation.
Understand.
Yes. So that's lesson 2.
Lesson 2
of 19 lessons in 19 years.
19 years. That was a good lesson. I usually enjoy those ones also. So for once, maybe I'll say, babe, we need to talk.